Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
You're listening to TFG Cricket.
Hello and welcome to the brand new episode of TFG Cricket Podcast. My name is Nikhil and yes, India versus England, but we are not going to review it. Instead, we'll take a different route and just talk about, Vivek Krishnan is with me, and we'll talk about, the first ODI 700 plus runs scored, second ODI 750 plus runs scored. I mean, when was the last time you saw a good contest between a bat and a ball?
I don't remember. In India,
in India.
Well, now we had the New Zealand series. There was no contest, obviously. Before that, I think we had South Africa here when they beat us 3-2, if I'm not wrong. That massacre in Mumbai, that 400 plus game. Again, no contest. Before that, probably, I think Sri Lanka were here. But again, I don't know. I don't remember, honestly, Nikhil.
So how desperate are you to, have a 250 runs scored in first innings and then, everybody has to struggle out to win that match? When was the last time you saw that?
I am desperate to see the bowlers triumph over the batsmen.
Seriously, na? In India, I mean...
India largely, but even overall, if you look at, I think probably there are only two countries where you see a good contest between bat and ball, and I'm talking one-day cricket here, and that is England and Australia. Not even South Africa, not even New Zealand. New Zealand obviously because smaller grounds and one-day wickets get very flat. South Africa, again, you can really go for runs. Australia, I say this because you look at Pakistan, Australia, the scores have been in the range of 220, 230, 260. And we have had tight finishes. Not so much in that Perth game where Australia chased it very comfortably. But at least as a bowling team, 240 is defendable, Nikhil. 280 is defendable. And as a batting team, 280 is challenging. Unlike where England felt 380 is gettable. I mean, there has to be a limit.
I'll tell you, as a fan, when I'm watching cricket, after the first inning, for example, Australia versus Pakistan, second ODI, I guess. After the first innings, there was a hint of doubt in my mind. Boss, Pakistan jeetega, Australia jeetega. Okay. Yesterday, after scoring 300 and 60, 70 or 381, it was like, there's no chance England is winning this.
I was actually discussing it in one of my groups and I said England might win this. And they almost won this because, Nikhil, the problem is if you look at these grounds in India, they're all small. The ropes have been dragged in. The bats are so huge. There are restrictions on the bowlers as compared to the batsmen. People come 40,000, 50,000 people just to see sixes and fours. Is that entertainment? Yes, but there has to be a limitation. I'm telling you, the same set of crowd will get bored. Tomorrow a day will come when they'll say, okay, sixes and fours are no longer gripping or riveting to watch. We need to see a contest. And you also feel for the bowlers. Obviously, we are not going to be discussing rules, laws, regulations, all that. But it is not healthy for the, number one, the ODI format is struggling to find its feet. It's struggling to sustain because there is constant pressure from T20 for a lot of reasons. Number two, you have test match cricket, the original form of the game. People have to conserve it. The administrators have to make sure they govern it well. And that has to be the number one format. And in between, between the T20 and test cricket, ODI is getting sandwiched. And if you are going to have scores in the range of 350, 400, then, what is ODI cricket giving me different, Nikhil? T20 cricket is giving me all the slam bang action, reverse scoop, dil scoop, switch hit, all that, ODI cricket is also on the same lines. ODI cricket needs to have something very different. That's where I still go back to what Sachin Tendulkar said. Many people have ridiculed his theory, but I think it is a valid theory because you just think about it. For example, we know in India the team that bats second is going to win 9 out of 10 matches. Okay? And as a batting team or as a defending team, you're not confident. Man, 350, 360, 380, it could be chased down. And you're looking at world-class bowlers in Ashwin, Jadeja. And when I say world-class, I'm talking about bowling in their own conditions. Still, England almost got away. So, you just feel... take India's case, for example. India were 30 for 3.
Yeah.
None of those were wicket-taking deliveries. I think only the one ball of Chris Wokes, that took KL Rahul's edge to Ben Stokes. That was a very good ball. But other than that, when taking no credit away from Dhoni and Yuvraj Singh, but the way they batted, were they really tested? In my opinion, no. But okay, they had to persist, they had to be patient, and they played some of the shots that Yuvraj Singh was playing. Yes, he's gifted, he's so talented, but these shots were, in my opinion, he wouldn't have been able to execute it in better conditions, in better bowling conditions. Just look at some of the shots that he played. That shot, that loft, I think it was, that went into the side screen over mid-off, was so easy. And then you feel, okay, is the wicket behaving like it's as flat as an Indian dosa. I mean, it is, you bowl there, nothing is going to happen. That's how it was. And I hate to see that. Yeah, you are a great batsman, you scored 150 odd. But my friend, you need to be tested. You can't be telling me from 30 for 3, a team is scoring 381. It is like, okay, you call people from the garden, ask them to bowl, you score 500. Who's going to give? Nobody's going to bother.
But I'll tell you what, yesterday people got their money's worth, okay? Cuttack was full, and, maybe it was because of Dhoni-Yuvraj partnership. We were, waiting for it for so long, and finally it clicked off. But BCCI is promoting this kind of cricket. They are making those flat pitches, test match hoga to turning pitches. But this kind of thing, what happens is, for young guns, okay, for youngsters who are looking at Virat Kohli, everybody wants to become a batsman. Nobody wants to become a bowler.
That has been the scare for a long time. Everybody is, everybody dreams to be a Virat Kohli or a Yuvraj Singh or an MS Dhoni. Nobody wants to become an Umesh Yadav or a Ravichandran Ashwin.
Yes.
This is the problem. It has been, I think, look, evolution is necessary, Nikhil. I feel that, but some of the action that is, I'm not a big fan of. And what is entertainment? You just said people got their money's worth. People get their money's worth watching some idiotic movie on a Friday or a Sunday. I don't want to name some movies, but people do get their money's worth, right? I mean, people come back after 3 hours. Oh, wow, what movie have we seen? So, have you seen quality? Have you seen quality cricket? Yesterday what we saw, was that quality? Okay, you can talk about great skill from Owen Morgan, from Yuvraj Singh, from MS Dhoni, or from Ashwin when he bowled those two beautiful deliveries to get rid of Ben Stokes, and the other was Josh Butler. Man, I'm not a big fan of what is happening, and I expect the same thing to continue.
Okay.
Because, and I'll tell you where India will pay big time. When India finished this ODI against England, there is no more ODI cricket for us. We play 320s, we play Bangladesh in a one-off test match, play Australia in 4 test matches, straight into the IPL. Out of the IPL, next flight straight to England, play Champions Trophy. We are going to get our ass kicked. Take it from me. We are going to get our ass kicked. South Africa might get their ass kicked also. Because the kind of cricket they practice, the kind of format they are comfortable with. I think I'm telling you now, England and Australia will start as the overwhelming favourites because they have the bowlers, number one, because they also know how to defend low scores and how to chase those 250s and 260s. Because conditions in England will not be as easy as we see in India. So this is my concern, and I feel India, and that is when suddenly you will say, Umesh is not getting me wickets. Bhuvneshwar is not getting me wickets. Our bowlers, our batsmen are scoring. Our batsmen have been scoring for the last 6 months. Nobody will talk about those 6 months were all scored in India. Nobody will talk about that. Batsmen will escape. Bowlers will come in for hammering. Ashwin will be clueless. My ball is not turning. The batsmen are stepping out. In Cuttack, in Delhi, in Pune, the ball was spinning. Boss, if you are not going to practice your craft well, if you are not going to adapt and adjust well, that is your headache. And there is no thrill in smashing England 3-0 and then eventually going to England and not even reaching the semi-finals or getting hammered in the semi-finals.
Or not even able to score 200.
What is the whole purpose? And then I'll also tell you, so a thought came across my mind. I said, Yuvraj, okay, not taking away any credit, but had Yuvraj been in a similar situation in England, Nikhil, 30 for 3, would he have scored 150? Be honest about it. Exactly.
No.
Exactly. So I just feel for these youngsters who are trying to break into the team, what will happen is, number one, Karun, I think Yuvraj and Kedar Jadhav have already sealed their place in the middle order.
Yes, they are going to England.
They are going to England. We don't even want to talk about the opening slot. I mean, that's a complete chaos. Ajinkya Rahane, my friend, if I was his friend, I would have told him, just talk to Cheteshwar Pujara and accept reality. That what has he done wrong? Please, somebody try to explain to us, write to us, explain to us. So this is what is happening, and I really, really feel and fear for the quality of ODI cricket. That's all I have to say. I mean, yeah, we are all cricket fans. We want to see sixes and fours, Nikhil, but not at the expense of the format itself.
Or not at the expense of bowlers.
Bowlers?
Yeah, you don't make flat pitches to show bowlers as, in the picture.
We will suffer. We will suffer. Tum dekhna in England.
Okay. Guys, you can read our articles based on cricket on our website, thefangarage.com. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at The Fan Garage. You can listen to our podcast on major podcasting platforms such as Indusvox Media, Audioboom, SoundCloud, iTunes, and definitely on YouTube. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. Till then, take care.
Our podcasts bring all the boys to the yard, and damn right, they're better than yours. But you don't need to stand outside in the yard. Just follow IVM Podcasts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We might be on Tinder too. Just go ahead and swipe right.